Hello, guys. Welcome to Young, Clever, and Wealthy, where I interview the movers and shakers that decided to live an extraordinary life so you can learn how to live on your terms. Today's guest is Berge Abajian, the president and CEO and head designer of Berge, a global leader in jewelry design, manufacturing, and tech. How are you doing, Berge?
Doing great, Arman. Thank you for inviting me to discuss the future of Armenians in Armenia.
Amazing, totally. So, Berge, the first question I have is three generations that you've been involved in your family's business. For people can go and research everything else about you, but like I want to ask questions that have not been asked before. What does it take for a family run operation to last 3 years? What do you think are the key successes to that? Because most people it ends on the first generation.
You know what is the drive? Is the people that involved. I mean, if the drive that you like that industry and you want to move it forward. I mean, we started in the early 1930s in Jerusalem. My grandfather migrated from Marash to Jerusalem, the old city of Jerusalem. We had the largest jewelry store in Jerusalem. And then in 1950s, we migrated to United States. We had the largest manufacturing company on 47th Street in Manhattan. Mm-hmm. And then I migrated in 1976 from Lebanon during the Lebanese war, civil war. And I joined the family business. And in 1980, I joined the business as I was going to college. I went to college and I joined the business. And in 1982, I graduated. And at that time, I split from the family, started my own division with my brothers. I mean, I had many layers in my life. And then after that, I split from my own brothers in 1990, I think 4 or 5, created Berge itself, Bergio. And then in 2009, we decided to take the company public, and we went public and to a different level. I looked at the business in different level. It depends who the generation comes and takes over. If you want to carry on like my grandfather or my uncles carried on, it's boring because that is changing. Okay, we were the top manufacturer on 47th Street, and then the Indians joined this industry, and they collapsed all the pricing, and everything went to India. And I was commissioned to go to India in 1989 to create the large factory, so the largest factory then. And I realized that the business is shifting. And that's when it came that I shifted from my brother, because my brother decided not to shift. They said, no, we do as the family does it. They still do it now, but there was no growth. There was no scale, no growth. So I looked at growth. And then I started looking at the business different eyes. I went into designing, and then I started looking at it as a business, not as a jewelry business, as a business of jewelry. So that made a big difference in my eyes. So now I have my son who's joining me. Again, it's a little difficult. Because the new generation, the millennials, their thoughts are different about us. I mean, you're a millennium, so I have to be careful. They have a different outlook on things. Okay, they look at things. Things came to them easier than us. Okay, and then me easier than my uncles. But now he's just hitting 30, and he started understanding the business. He started getting involved for the last couple of years. He's liking it, and he sees what I'm taking it. And so there's a lot of shift that I did. So you gotta look at it as a business of jewelry, not the jewelry business. There's two different approaches in here. That's why if you keep it on the business of jewelry, you can grow much faster and you can go many generations. That's why I went public. I did a lot of things to keep it into the business side, not the jewelry side. Okay, so because when I was on the jewelry side, I got tired. Okay, every 6 months come out with a collection, spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then I get copied in 1 week. I mean, it's like tiring. Okay, so now it's very hard to copy me when I got involved in the business side of it, the public side of it. I'm the only public company. I was the first one, Armenian, to be public. And then we are, I mean, I'm gutsy. I took a lot of steps, cost us millions of dollars, personal money. And then after that, we went into the, into the different side, into the tech side. Now we just bought 2 large companies, and we bought a platform like Amazon. So it's a different kind of approach. I keep on moving, but the problem I got, it's a big problem, is the jewelry business is stuck in the Stone Ages. Okay, it has not migrated. even our people, our own personal people, what they care about. I got it for $1. I want $1.20. That's what they think. They don't think about business, how this is going to grow, what's the potential down the road. So that's why our competition, which is, I don't want to mention the ethnic backgrounds, they are very smart. Like I want to mention, why not? The Jewish community, they're very smart people in doing this. They always want to migrate to a different level. Okay. So, and that's why, I mean, when I went public, they couldn't understand it. What this guy is doing. I mean, hey, that's not how my father did it or my grandfather did it. But we were able to raise millions of dollars that they would never make in their lifetime. So that's what I am right now. I'm happy I'm in the business of jewelry. I'm enjoying it a lot of growth here. And we're trying to help our motherland. Let's put it that way.
I love it. Wow. Yeah, I see so much. So much in an interview. You say I'm a stubborn CEO, and I'm gonna, keep doing this for a long time, and I don't care what anybody says. This is for the long term, and so I can see a lot of the things that we have in common there. You mentioned a couple things that I'm very interested in digging deeper. First is as you mentioned the Jewish community. What do you think the Armenian community can learn from a Jewish community, in your opinion? Here's one thing that you mentioned, that they always adapting, they're always looking for new innovative solutions. What else do you think that we can learn from them and implement in our culture communities?
Well, I'm gonna say something. It's very personal here. Okay, we're getting personal. It's we come from the bench. We grew from the bench. My grandfather on the bench making pieces, we didn't come from a business background. In the Jewish community, they start from a business background. They use us to become famous. Okay, I was the first one that migrated from the bench. It cost me millions of dollars, and I was criticized like crazy. I was the vice president of the Armenian Jewelers Association worldwide, and even my own president criticized me. My own board criticized. Who the heck are you to be? Who are you? They don't understand that a vision. Let's be behind that vision. Let's see what we can do. Now, after 12 years, 13 years, I'm getting calls. Hey, can you help me do what you did? But the train has passed already. It's gone. I mean, we would have had a head start 12, 13. I went public 13, 14 years. So the sad part is, listen, jealousy is beautiful. Jealousy to become better is very beautiful. I love it. When I look at all my colleagues in the industry, even my Armenian colleague, jealousy is good. I want to be like him. I want to be successful. Let me learn what he did so I can do it my way. But jealousy to hurt somebody, that's negative. And us as Armenians, that we are 7, 8, or 9 million in the world, we don't have the right to do this. We're not enough in the world to hurt each other. Okay? So we should push each other to go forward. Like today, I mean, I got hurt the most from my community. Okay, but my outside community are the one helped me to give me what I am today. But my own community wanted me. They wanted to to do whatever to get me down. But I'm stubborn. Like I said, I'm a stubborn CEO. I'm a target. I'm a public target. I got targeted every day because I just put a press release out today. Look it up. We just moved the company to a different direction to tech and development and apps. I moved one of my president, and I'm opening a new division. It's on Yahoo Finance. Look it up this morning. Mm-hmm. So yeah, but I'm a target. But instead of them protecting you, they joined that target to make it worse. Okay, I got 8,000 shareholders, 9,000 shareholders. Okay, I cannot please everybody. I'm a target. My family is a target. My wife, my son, we're a target. Okay, so but I enjoy it. There's nothing wrong. Okay, I said that to one very prominent politician before this administration. Mm-hmm. I told him the difference between Armenian and Jews is very simple. When a Jewish person sees a running horse, a winning horse, they join him in the back to make money. The Armenians have a different philosophy. When they see a winning horse, they want to break their legs so they can pass it. And it's the truth. We like it or not, is the truth. Today, my partners in Armenia is an Armenian that I used to do business in Istanbul. I said, I don't want to do the business. I want to move it to Armenia. We moved it to Armenia. But it's still as my partner, he will still have that difference of mentality. He doesn't understand who I am. He understands who I am for sure. But like the thought, the business side of it, he's a laborer. He's, I'll buy this, I do that. But he's a great guy. He's like my brother. But that's what we have in the Armenian community. Instead of educating ourselves to move forward, we want to get stuck and build wealth one step at a time and 1 inch at a time and 1 millimeter at a time. We're all wealthy. But with the direction that I took, you can build wealth 1 meter at a time. Okay. And that's totally two different approaches, because you got to include the business side of it. So people believe in you and investment. Today, the biggest company, you have millions of dollars being invested in them. Throughout our 13, 14 years in business, in being public, we raised over $29 million. Okay. So we got hurt here. We got hurt here. I got hurt in Russia, but I bounced back. So that's what it is. So that's the difference between Armenian and Jews. I take Jews as an example for me to be successful, because they come from the business side. They are business people. They know how to make money. They're money people. We are bench people. We come from the bench. Okay. And that's what we are. And instead of helping each other, sometimes there's some good people too with us. They want to learn, they want to do, but they don't have the progressive thinking. Let's join hands together. They don't. Because the Armenians are strong individually, but as a group, always is a problem. It's always a problem. That's what we are.
The ego gets in the way. Let's say, Berge, let's say you have the top, let's say you're talking to the top 100 brightest young future Armenian entrepreneurs. What do we have to do to avoid that? Ultimately, so we can apply what you're saying to us right now. What do we need to do? The young, obviously the people that are your generation, maybe they don't want to change, but there is an opportunity for us to change. What do we need to do?
We need to be progressive in our thinking. We have to see the end game in our when we are doing something. We cannot think individually. We gotta think as a group. We gotta think because when we unite, I told you we're 8 to 9 million people in the world. Well, who are we in the world compared to I don't know how many billions we have. Who are we? But if we have no right to put another Armenian or this down, we have to elevate every Armenian. And everybody is talented. You're an amazing, talented person. You do what you do, right? I got to use your talent to advance my talent. Then you take my talent to advance your talent. But I don't want to put you down. Hey, Arman is a lousy thing. You can't do that. It doesn't work. Us Armenians are very intelligent people. I'm realizing this more and more when I'm in Armenia. They're very intelligent people, but they're depressed. They're pressed down. I mean, and when I go there, they say, Baron Abajian, I say, I don't want Baron Abajian. I don't want that respect. The money, my success is mine. I'm here to help you to succeed. But the sad part, people go to Armenia, they use them. That's the biggest sad part. Okay, so that's where we are right now. But I don't know. I mean, we have to work together to unify to become successful. I deal with Armenians only in the manufacturing side, but on my business side, I don't even have one. I don't want to have one. I'm not because they would think different way. But on the manufacturing, 100% Armenians on the other side. So I'm giving part of my business to the Armenian community. So I feel good. Maybe I got 25, 30, 40 family living because of me between Armenia and Istanbul. That's already an achievement. That's what I believe,
Yeah, I hear you. So what I'm hearing is that in the business dealings of the world, you're not dealing with Armenians for whatever reasons even mentioned today on this call. But when it comes to you distributing work, you are distributing it to as much as possible to Armenia, correct?
100%. Most of my stuff, 95%, 98% is made by Armenia. Everything we sell online today, online is Armenians, all Armenians. Yeah. So I mean, we do quite a bit. We do about maybe 10, 15,000 pieces a month, which is quite a bit. And it's all manufactured in Istanbul and Armenia, and it's by Armenians. Okay. And I'm proud to say my partner is Armenian too. So he's in the manufacturing side. So he's amazing too. I mean, he's very well respected. So and I'm proud to have a partner like that on my side too. So it works good on both ends.
Wow. Yeah, shout out to Matt Schmidt who connected us. You know, he works with Berge and you know, hey, he's doing his part to help, you know, sell you know, jewelry there.
That's amazing. He comes up to me and says, "My mom is Armenian." I said, "Oh shit!" So it came out good. He says, "You're the coolest guy." I said, "Yeah." I said, because I have to get along with all these millennials around me, everybody young age. So I'm always connected with them. So yeah, he's amazing. I have to thank Matt. He's an amazing guy. Yes.
I agree. I agree totally.
Yeah.
Versh, there is a lot of sadly, there is a lot of Armenian businesses that don't actually manufacture in Armenia when maybe I'm not a manufacturer, I don't have any experience there, but it shouldn't be that hard. What message do you have for them? For you know, to do that? What do you think about that? What message do you have for them?
Well, let me tell you, I have to be honest. I mean, I don't think they're doing anything wrong. If I didn't have my partner from Istanbul that already has a factory in Armenia, that I went partner in that factory, it would have been hard for me to start in Armenia. Okay, I'll be honest with you. My partner is an important factor for me to be in Armenia. I'll be honest with you. So Armenians are. You can be in Armenia, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of challenges. I mean, it's not easy. It's a country that you gotta have your eyes open. Okay, it's like you can't close your eyes. And thank God I don't have to worry about it that much because my partner is very savvy, is very smart. So we do that. High ends, I have not seen good high end jewelry manufactured in Armenia. Okay, like I'm talking about gold, 24 karat, like carat, you know, like 18 karat gold design and this and that. Mm-hmm. We don't have we don't have it yet. Maybe there is. I haven't seen it. Okay. But a lot of them that you're talking about, they do high-end jewelry in diamonds and gold. They rather go to Istanbul, the Turkish, you know, they do with the Turkish Armenian. There's a lot of Armenian manufacturers in Istanbul, very, very, very talented in gold and diamonds. Mm-hmm. But I haven't seen Armenia yet. So, and they did a lot with Italy and France and China. China is like, they were, you know, I haven't dealt with China all my life. So I was not ever interested. If I did, I would have been even 10 times the wealth I am now. But I never did it. All my Armenian colleagues did it. So I never did it. So, mm-hmm. I mean, it depends what you're manufacturing, what are you doing. But on the lower end, like I'm selling like the silver stuff, Armenia is good. We train them. We trained a lot of people. We train them and they become good. But I don't know on the other side. I go in and go out. So I'm not spending much time in there.
Yeah. I was referring not only to like jewelry and stuff like that, but overall, like people who manufacture clothes and stuff like that. Yeah. You know, there is a possibility.
I just find out. I was taken back. Last trip, I was talking to the commerce minister. You know, we have 3 unicorn company in Armenia.
No.
I said, what? I said, hold on for a second. What's a unicorn? I said, he says $1 billion. I said, what? In this little town, less than 2 million people, we got 3 unicorn company. We becoming tech savvy of the world. Right now, I'm trying to open my office move it from Pakistan to Armenia, but I have to get the people to work for me in Armenia. So we're going to colleges and see if we can grab the talent and start my thing. But yeah, Armenia is very much advanced in the tech side, amazingly advanced in the tech side right now.
Very interesting conversation. And Berge, like going back to educating the youth, I think I'm trying to, you know, get as much as possible. So all, you know, the young entrepreneurs and even not so young, they can learn. What are you teaching your son? What principles are you teaching your son that, you know, you can maybe pass on to me and to others like me in the Armenian community on overall that can set us up for success?
I want to tell you something. I use my Armenian ethnic background as an advantage from when I do business, because we have a positive attitude. We have a positive outlook about Armenians in the world. People love to deal with Armenians. They all know they are business people. They're pretty honest. I don't want to. There's always problems, but there's pretty honest when you deal on the higher end. They're all honest. Okay, usually if you have problems in lower end things, but what I'm trying to teach my son is very simple. First, he has to like what I'm doing. Okay, he's realizing the whole business. Then I don't want him to be a jeweler. I'm not moving my son to be a jeweler. I want my son to be in the business of jewelry. So right now, my son, he can sell a $50,000 piece, $30,000 piece, and it doesn't shake him up. Some people get shaken by numbers. My son, we give him $100,000. It doesn't shake him up because he's already in his brain. He's settled with that number. Okay, so he's learning slowly. Is he going to be part of me? I'm giving him the chance, but I'm not counting on him being part of me. I want him to do what he likes. But at the same time, my company, Berge, will carry on better than any other Armenian company because it's a public company. Eventually, I'll sell it to, we'll sell it or we'll move on. We'll put a board of directors. It's going to continue the name Berge. Okay, like today we have the Manugian, they have the Delta faucet. It continues, right? It has not stopped. The what do you call I forgot the name. The developers in New Jersey. The daughter lives in Armenia. Hovnanians, the Hovnanians. They are in developing and they went public. And now Shant Hovnanian is running the company. So for me, I'm going to be around as far as a name. Not me. I mean, everybody passes on. So, but I'm thinking long term. I'm not thinking short term. And that's what it is. My son wants to be part of it. He's going to always have my shares on the board or something. But I don't know if he wants to get involved. I don't know what he wants to do. Okay. So I'm directing him that way, but it's all up to him to do what he likes. Is very important to me than what I like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Totally. And with the Armenian community, like I'm an entrepreneur today. Do you think that we should focus more on here's my thinking, Berge, and I want you to say, well, I don't think this is right, or I think this is right. I wanna be able to have an enterprise that that sells internationally. And just like you, pretty much, that sells internationally, but everything else is made in Armenia. Like, and create that hub. Do you think there is an opportunity there for people that want to focus on Armenia? Or here's my question, better question, Verge. U.S., build a business in U.S., go in on the U.S., or quite on the contrary, building the business on Armenia?
Okay. It's a good question. It's a great question. Okay, the reason that I have connections all over the world again came from Armenia, because I was the vice president of the Armenian Jews Association. I was the president of the Armenian Jews in the East Coast, USA, New York, and then I went internationally, and that's how I met all these people. This partner of mine right now in Armenia, in Istanbul, he's part of the Armenian Jews Association. So the connection worldwide is very important. Okay, you need to have connections worldwide, and then with that connection worldwide, you can divert what you can do in Armenia in a way that doesn't hurt you. I will never put an investment. I wish I did put an investment over 250,000 so far, but I will not go above that. It has a number in my mind. If I get hurt, it's not going to hurt me. Okay, so I go that way, but it's working out fine so far. It's working out good so far. So, but again, all your connections, we got to put it together to help our motherland. So what I can help, 20% of my business can help the motherland, 10% of the business to help the mother. Why not? If you're doing $15-20 million a year and you give $1 million to Armenia to help the motherland employ people, that's a lot of money. Okay, so yes, our thoughts should be always to help the motherland. That's the sad part that I fell into, and I went into some kind of a setback. That a lot of people go to Armenia to benefit themselves, not to benefit the motherland. For them, it's for themselves, not for the Armenia. Like when I go to Armenia right now, I don't think about well, I do think about myself. Like when I went to meet the new administration, Pashinyan, I met with the commerce minister. I just forgot his name. He's an amazing guy. And he asked me, what do you want? What do you want from Armenia? I said, I want to tell you something. I want something very simple. I want to benefit, and I want to benefit you. It's not going to be one way. I'm here to help you, but I want to benefit. So instead of me benefiting China, I want to benefit Armenia. I don't want to benefit Istanbul, Turkey. I want to benefit Armenia, but I'm going to benefit too because I want to sell it. So it's the same thing. We got to help each other to grow. Today, what's happening in Armenia, every day there's a chaos. It's a shame. Okay? There is big players in every industry, Armenians, they can come to Armenia and help. But because what they got burned in the past, like I got burned. Okay? But you know what? I went back, but I changed my outlook. I changed how I look at things. So that's fine. But we have to keep on pushing forward. You know, today, just saying excuses is not going to get you anywhere. Excuses is not going to get you anywhere. I mean, the bottom line, we have to do businesses. We have to help each other. We have to live. So it's very basic, you know, or you keep on moving forward and modernize the motherland and move them forward. Remember, they're different than you and I. These people there, they're different than you and I. They've been abused. They've been this under the Russian rule, this and that. They're coming out of it. But today, they are under. I went to little towns. I see how they live. It's a different life. But you cannot take advantage of that life. You got to help them to progress. That's what we have to do.
Wow. Wow, Berge, this is amazing. I want to ask you, like, let's say tomorrow we have a magic wand and you become the head of business of Armenia. Like, and your goal is to bring as much business as possible in Armenia. What would you change? What would you do? What advice do you have? What should we do for more billion-dollar companies, more unicorns to become in Armenia?
It's simple. I mean, you can do it. I mean, we can do it. Let's say if I'm the head, I'll be visiting every country. I'll be visiting every country like Italy, France, European, the most advanced manufacturing country in the world, because it's a manufacturing country, right? So I want to build manufacturing. I mean, look at Israel today. I mean, it's very simple, man. They are the top tech company in the world is in Israel. Okay, they're smart. Everybody needs Israel. That's why they are where they are. Nobody touches them. Okay, so we have to be the same thing. We gotta go to big countries, pick the right person, have a nice discussion with them. They don't have to be Armenians also. They can be local, and offer them what we can offer them. Lower the regulations, make it easy for them in and out of the country. But as long as they abide by the rules, they have to abide by the rules, and they have to understand it's not a one-way street; it's two-way street. You go in, you make money. You go out, we make money. So we got to make money, both of us together, and they have to respect the country. They have to respect the political landscape. So it's very important for us. So yes, I think I can do a better job than what I have right now, because it is. I know I'm progressive in my thinking. I'm a 1,000,000% businessman. I know how to move around. I don't talk about myself. I don't talk about this. I don't talk about that. I talk about one goal and one goal only: to see how we can advance businesses, advance my business, advance Armenia, advance this. And that's how you should be as a leader, to bring more business in. Trust me, people will come in. People will come in if you do it right. And once we grow economically and we grow in the tech side, nobody will touch us. Even Azerbaijan will not come close, because we will be protected by everybody that have investment into the country. That's very important. If you got big companies investing billions of dollars into the company, they're going to have somebody come and take over the country. It will never happen. You know, I'm a believer. Keep your enemy close. Your friend close, but your enemy closer. I'm a believer in that. If we don't do that, we're never going to grow. You know, because we know who are we? I mean, it's a small country. I mean, but we gotta offer something to the world that they protect us, and that's something we can extend. I believe in that.
Yeah, totally. I mean, Taiwan has the semiconductors, and nobody wants to touch Taiwan. They have a virtual monopoly on
Yes,
semiconductors.
exactly. I mean, today Russia did not protect us, right? But it's our fault. I believe it's our fault. Russia, we have big. They have big interest in Armenia, but they have other political gain by doing something else. We gotta bring them close. We gotta keep them close. We gotta combine, because after all, they are like they put their shoulder around us and they protect us. And we cannot. We have to be careful. So what do we do? So that's my approach. I don't like to get involved in politics, but I like to use politics to advance the business and advance the country. That's what I like to do.
Totally. Any last words, Berge, for the young entrepreneur? What do you want to leave them thinking about, focusing on?
Yeah, I want to say something very personal. About 7 years, I'm going to tell you something personal you didn't know. About 7 years ago or 8 years ago, I got hurt, and I just stepped away from everything, from the Armenian community, and I regrouped and pushed forward. And I have to say, I'm proud to say that today I'm 50x more powerful than 7-8 years ago. Armenia is important for us as Armenians. Okay, we have a lot of beautiful youth, smart youth. Okay, we gotta find a way that we can do connections between the youth, to meet each other, to brainstorm, to come on top. And that's what the Jewish community are strong in. They always keep it tight. They do social media, they do events, they keep the young youth together. Okay, and there's a lot of things coming out of it. We have big potential in Armenia. I still believe in it. Okay, and there's no reason why we can do business all over the world and benefit Armenia. There's no reason. There's no reason to use. One thing about the Armenian jewelers, they don't use the public entities. They don't use the public world. They don't know. They're scared. You know why? Because they believe in putting everything not transparent. Like with us, everything's transparent. I mean, they're not used to being transparent. Who are you to look at my books? But meanwhile, if they get audited, they go pay millions of dollars. Okay, so they're not transparent. They have to learn this. And I think the new generation coming up, I was too old to do this, but I was a progressive thinker. The new generation coming up, they can do my work much easier because it's their world. It's their world. The investment world, Wall Street, Deutsche Börse, it's all their world. So if they can get involved in the public world, they can make a lot of money, and they can benefit our homeland. There's a lot of things can be done. Everything is discussed first, and then put together, and then go to the next level and build it up, right? I believe communication is number one. They have to communicate the youth together. I believe the Armenian youth are very smart, and a lot of us have migrated. Now we are about maybe 2 or 3 generations since the genocide. So right now, the new generation coming up is different than coming out of the genocide. Okay, so they are more progressive. Like you are, you're in France, right? Or where?
Spain.
Spain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So your father came. So you're the first generation. So you and tomorrow your son. So we are building now foundation. The reason this country, because we came to this country late, and then we start building wealth. But once we are another generation, we're going to become stronger and stronger. We're in the right generation to have a breakthrough. Okay. Today, a lot of powerful Armenians, a lot of powerful companies are Armenians. I mean, we're very powerful, but we're not putting it together. You know, like we just had a beautiful event in Cipriani in New York. There is over $7 million for the children of Armenia. Amazing. Wow. Okay. So I have an idea that I want to do for Armenians, a huge idea that I'm taking it from my Israeli friends. It's an amazing money that we can raise every year, every month, maybe $20 million to Armenia, but it has to be done. Okay. So I'm working on that. I want to see how I'm going to put this together. But the youth is very important for us. We need the youth. We need people like you that is involved, that is eager to help the motherland, and then spread the good word. Spread the good word. Let's not talk negative about each other. Spread the good word. If the guy, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody goes ups and downs. Support each other. We need to support. Hey, what can I help you with? Today, when I went down, not I went down. I took a big hit in the business world, and a Jewish guy came in. He says, "What do you need?" I said, "A Jewish and a Mormon out of Chicago." He says, "Berge, what do you need?" I said, "I need $500,000." I wrote a check, gave me $500,000. The other guy, "What do you need?" I said, "I need diamond. I need about $200,000-$300,000." He said, "I'm sending you all the diamonds to you. Whatever you sell, you pay me." And I bounced back Bergio. Today, I'm 50 times stronger than before. And it's all because of that. So we need to help each other. We cannot give up on each other. And let's not talk down to each other, because all of us are talented. From my worker that sets stones in my pieces to the manager, they're all important. To you, to me, we're all important. We can help each other. Like you call me up, Arman, and says, "You know what? I'm doing this. What do you think? Give me your 5 seconds of thought." That already, it's an advice by itself. I get called to colleges just to give a speech, So it's important that we support each other. That's the bottom line, and communicate.
Wow. Well, Berge, this has been amazing. I think there's so many things I myself have to go back and listen, and we really need to take these words to heart. I've observed in my young business career, which is nothing compared to yours. I've already experienced some of the things that you mentioned, and we are responsible for the change. We are responsible for the future. The future is on our hands. And this has been an amazing conversation. Hopefully not the last. We will dig deeper. I'm excited to hear some of the other projects that you have going on for me. But I'm grateful for your time today. And for everybody listening, feel free to share and subscribe, and we will go from there. Any last words, Berge?
Last word. Being Armenian is hard. It's hard to be an Armenian. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to cry. It's hard to be an Armenian, but we're Armenians. We can't do anything. It's hard to be an Armenian. We're always, it's tough to be Armenian, but at the same time, it's beautiful to be an Armenian. When I go around, I say I'm Armenian. Even though I was born in Beirut, Lebanon, I always say I'm Armenian from Beirut. They always identify us with a different level. So we have to use that. We have to know how to use it. And I tell everybody, if you get slapped once, don't worry about it. Go back again, but be smart this time, okay? And do it a different way, like I'm doing right now. So no, I'm here open. If anybody wants anything from me, anybody wants to understand the public, I know the public world very well connected. If anybody needs any help, anything, I'm open for any young guys that want to go forward. Possibly investments, like if somebody wants, I'll see if I can connect them with my investment world. So I can help a lot of people if they need some help, but it has to be sensible help. Okay, so we cannot be crazy. So that's what it is. Otherwise, again, let's be Armenian and good Armenians.
Wow. Amazing words, Berge. Thank you so much again. Thank you everyone for watching. We'll catch you in another episode. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.